and then across the road it's an informal settlement.
You know, the history of tourism in Jamaica is that its development has been very organic.
Yes.
And that may be just another word for unplanned. And so tourism evolved without much real detailed planning. So even when government started to direct the development of tourism through the Ministry of Tourism and looking at, you know, physical sustainability of the tourism, the use of land, the demand for infrastructure, we didn't really pay too much attention to the critical issues of how do we accommodate the workers. So the industry ran ahead of the infrastructure, both in terms of roads and sewage and water, but it also ran ahead of housing. So wherever the tourism industry took root, you would always find informal communities popping up around it. It was really a kind of short-sightedness on the part of the stakeholders involved, because the truth is that you need your workers to be in proximity, but to have good conditions in order for them to deliver good service.
Exactly.
And the problem that we began to encounter is that as these informal communities, which depended on the hotels, gained their own independence, you know, there are people there working in other industries, not just tourism, they became rooted communities, and many of them suffered from the usual maladies of informal settlements, crime and other issues. So it was important for us as a new administration to look at the industry itself and say, where should the new direction be? And the new direction is that we have to diversify the product, but we also have to pay attention to the infrastructure that supports the product, and most importantly, to the workers, the development of the human capital. And housing ticks two of those boxes. It deals with the infrastructure and it deals with the development of the human resources. So this is probably one of the first purpose-built housing accommodation for workers in the industry. There are others, but they're not as on the scale. Certainly not on the scale of over 400 units that would accommodate. So we're requiring all new developments of this size and magnitude to have housing accommodation built up front. But you're saying that they don't pay bills.
No.
So
No, there's no bill. They won't pay anything.
No internet.
So internet, light, fully air conditioned.
Yes.
Water.
this is good.